That means let's go. Ham Jam, everybody. Welcome aboard Kilimanjaro Safaris. How are you guys? One more time. Fantastic. You might be wondering who is driving this bus. My name is Angel, just like the one with the halo. I'm gonna be your safari guide for today. Couple rules before we get on the road. I need y'all to keep your hands, arms, feet, legs, stubs, whatever you got in the vehicle at all times. Remain seated at all times too. And do not whistle at the animals, especially not the lions. Don't nobody ask you to do that. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah, we'll eat serve snacks.
All right, you guys. First stop into the reserve, we are headed towards the Little Ituri Rainforest, home to some of the most well-hidden and elusive animals in the world. They're the masters of camouflage, and they have tons of vegetation to hide behind, especially all this bamboo. Now check out here on the right-hand side, you're gonna see that okapi having a staring contest with those people right there. Oh my God, I never seen that in my life. Well, enjoy. Anyways, my chickens are thinking it's a zebra, only known living relative of the giraffe. They're really shy, not seen that often, and the few noises that they make are infrasonic, so you can't hear them without special equipment. Fun fact for you, when those babies are first born, they'll prevent themselves from pooping for 2 months just to hide their scent from predators. I know, pretty crazy. There was also some bongos there on the left-hand side too, with that reddish and orange coat. You might see some more up ahead later. You might wonder how they can camouflage themselves in front of all these green bushes here. Every animal that lives in this forest is colorblind to red to some degree, so they're practically invisible to everybody else. Also gonna find out there these saddle-billed storks. I'll give you guys some time to look at it.
Who's looking at who?
If you see one right now, there's not one too
look at
far
the
away
nest.
because they do mate for life and they spend a lot of their time together.
That's a big old
They
nest
grow
right
quite
there.
large, about 5 feet tall, with a wingspan of 9
Nice.
feet wide, almost as wide as that canopy right above your head for reference. Because they're so large, they have a pretty big appetite too. Not only do they eat fish, but they also eat crustaceans, small mammals, and even other birds too.
How you doing?
There's that greater kudu there. Hi, gorgeous.
How you doing?
Now you can tell that she's a female
They
because
like
she doesn't
cantaloupe.
have any horns, but the males can grow horns up to 6 feet long. That is almost as tall as I am. And the brownish coats with the white stripes help them to blend in with the sun's rays during the
Hi,
daytime.
beautiful. Cantaloupe.
I want to make sure all this foliage is here just where it needs to be without all of these bushes and trees. There's absolutely nowhere for these animals to camouflage behind. Plus, please make sure there's no trash here either. Imagine if somebody left their Sheen package right there on the floor. Not very cute, guys. Make sure you're cleaning up that trash. It's super easy. I know that you can do it too. Alright, we're headed towards the next habitat in a second. We are swimming on over to the Safi River right about now. You're gonna find a lot of semi-aquatic animals that like to spend their time both on land and water. Make sure you're looking underneath the surface because you might find something that you were not expecting. Alright, off the bat, on that right-hand side, y'all can see some pink-backed pelicans. I know they're not pink right now, but during mating season, they'll turn that beautiful pink color, kind of like they're blushing. You see about a dozen or so right now, but imagine a group of 500 at a time. They will come back to the same nest year after year, as long as the water quality is right. There's also a, what was that? Very suspicious looking rock in the shape of a hippo here. Very suspicious. And very cute too. These are my favorite animals. Can anybody guess how much those hippos weigh? Just give me a number.
1,000.
Pretty good guess. Anywhere between 2,500 to 5,000 pounds is the acceptable answer. So they're not that great at swimming. Instead, they'd rather walk or run on the bottom of the... What are you doing there? Like, do you mind? Hold on.
That bird's like right in the way.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh, not
I need to
moving.
call that in because this is crazy.
Oh my gosh, it's not moving.
They're gonna be so confused. I'll keep the mic on so you can hear what I'm saying. Reserve from 4. There's a crow or a vulture right in front of me, and we're stopped for it right now in Safi, and it's not scared of anything. Like, I'm so close and it's not moving.
Oh my god, their wings, all of them are putting up their wings like this.
They told me keep going. Okay, let's see what happens.
This is what it is. Oh, please
Sir.
don't kill it.
There's sun over there.
Oh, thank God it's moving.
Oh, fantastic.
That was better.
Not, don't do it. This is also weird. All right, thank you. Oh, that was close, guys. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Oh, those hippos are pretty cute, but there's other cuties here too. Y'all see those Nile crocodiles?
Oh.
If they look humongous, it's because they literally are about 11 to 16 feet long, and they can weigh up to 500 pounds each. And the bumps on their backs are called osteoderm, so they kind of work as like a solar panel and as a plate of armor at the same time.
There's 3 of them.
You might think that those crocodiles are really scary, but they're actually so important to that environment. They help to balance out the river by preventing any overpopulation, and they're not picky eaters either, so they do tend to get rid of those invasive species too. Plus, they're really good parents as well. When the moms feel that the eggs are ready to hatch, she'll scoop them up in her mouth, roll them around, and tap on them with her teeth just to make sure that her babies are hatching correctly.
That's cool.
Coming up real soon, you're gonna find that baobab tree there on the right hand side. Doesn't look like too much going on at the surface, but underneath the surface there's tons of gallons of water by the thousands in that spongy layer. Lots of your favorite animals can break through the trunks of these trees to let some of that water seep out. That's how it gets its nickname, the Tree of Life. It is leafless for 9 months out of the year, but it can also bear fruit as well, commonly blended to make a really sweet drink down in the continent of Africa. Coming up next on MTV Cribs, notice a really drastic change of scenery. There's not a lot of places to hide, practically nowhere to swim either. So these animals have to use that great strength and agility that they have in order to survive. Plus, because there's so much room out here, there's lots of space for large groups and packs and other community classifications. Welcome to the Savannah, guys. We can already see here on the right there are some Ankoli cattle. Those humongous horns are not used for self-defense. Instead, they kind of work as like an air conditioning system. The blood flows up and down those horns, releasing any excess body heat that they might have, and that's how they regulate their temperature. They also have 4 chambers to their stomachs, which are specialized for digesting plant material. Time it takes for them to fully consume anything, about 3 to 4 entire days. I'm gonna find here on the left the African painted dogs, commonly mistaken for hyenas. These are actually another type of canine, so they wag their tails and they bark the same way that your dog at home does. But what makes them so extravagant is their elastic and super stretchy stomachs. They can digest large amounts of food at a time, almost the same way that an anaconda can. On top of that, they have a pretty fast metabolism too, so usually they wreck for seconds in a couple of hours. Also, we'll be addressing the giraffe in the room pretty quickly. There you are. This Maasai giraffe stands about 20 feet tall, and their necks protrude about 6 feet long. Although their necks are super long, they have the same amount of cervical bones in their necks that you and I do. Wow. You probably never thought of this before, but you know how they're super tall, right? They need a powerhouse of a heart in order to flow blood up against the force of gravity. So just to give you a better idea, go ahead and make a fist with your hand. That's about the size of your heart, and it weighs just under 1 pound. But giraffe hearts are 25 pounds each and about 3 feet long. That's practically a car battery at that point. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect.
He's right here.
I'm not supposed to stop here, but I really don't care. That's a good photo.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See him?
Oh, stretched out.
We do see more of those giraffes up ahead, and you notice that they're kind of like chewing on those branches there. It's using its really strong tongue. It has a purple coloration just to prevent it from getting sunburned during the daytime, because they spend practically all day eating. They don't really take a break. You might wonder when that leaves time for them to sleep. They actually take micro naps in intervals of 5 seconds each, totaling to about 30 minutes a day, and that's how they get their rest. look at those wildebeest there. Pretty small herd size compared to the one that they can achieve. There's only 4 right in front of us right now, but the largest recorded migration was 1.5 million at a time. Migration herds of that size kick up so much dust. Those dust clouds that they make can be seen from satellite images in outer space. Let's see if we can find some elephants here pretty soon.
Why we get to hear this?
I don't see it right now. Let me know if you do.
Elephant.
Where?
On the right.
On the right? Oh,
The booty.
hi.
The butt.
These guys are about 10,000 pounds each, a little bit over that actually, fully grown. Second largest only to the now extinct woolly mammoth, so they are the largest land mammals in the world. And if you take a look at the shape of their ears, it is coincidentally almost the same shape as the continent of Africa. Best way to tell they are in fact African elephants. Now they'll switch their ears back and forth just to help reduce their internal body temperature about 15 degrees at a time. It's not because they're fanning themselves off, but a lot of their blood vessels are found inside of those ears, and by shaking them around, it helps to circulate the blood in their body. Have a good look right here.
Tiny.
We're gonna see if we can find some more elephants on the other side of this bridge. It is pretty bumpy, so just brace yourselves real quick.
Tiny shot.
We might not see some animals for a while, so I just want to take a quick poll real fast, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Who is a pass holder? Raise your hand.
Woo!
Okay, big money in the house. All right,
That kind of
nice.
money.
Okay. Anybody not been to all 4 parks yet?
Not been?
Not been. Which one are you missing?
Which one?
Which one?
Hollywood, Epcot, or Magic. Okay. They
Did I hear
all
Epcot?
of them, but yeah, all of them, but this
Oh,
one.
okay. I'm trying to figure out which park has the best food. Hands up for Magic Kingdom. Be nice. Okay. Hands up for Hollywood Studios. Oh. Hands up for Animal Kingdom. Okay. Hands up for Epcot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. The results are in. Animal Kingdom wins. Thanks so much for taking my phone. That was super sweet. Oh my god. Anyways, speaking of food, check out here on the left and right hand side. These are red clay deposits. Notice those scrapings in there, made by the elephants pretty recently. And they'll scrape up that clay in order for them to consume it. They want to make sure they're getting all the vitamins that they can from there. In just their trunks alone, there's over 100,000 muscles that they have to take care of. And they use it for practically all of their functions: holding food, holding water, greeting each other, grooming themselves, pushing things, pulling things, and making that noise. We all know they do too. Hopefully when I turn the corner, we'll be able to get a better look at this elephant right here. We'll try right about now. We'll catch up to her in a second.
Backside of elephants.
That's all we've been getting from the backside of elephants.
9th wonder of the world. Instead of 8, 9.
There it is. That layer of dirt that's on their backs is actually really, really important. So the elephants figured if they took mud and they sprayed it on their backs, by the time the sun dries it up, it forms that really protective, thick layer of dirt that helps to protect their skin from insect bites and the rays of the sun. So they are really, really resourceful. They're super aware of their surroundings too, not only because of their super sense of hearing, they can also feel the vibrations in the earth around them through their legs, so they don't have to be looking directly at something to know that it's approaching them. That's a great trick to have when you're protecting those young from the predators. We're gonna dip in this pool real fast. Once we do, you're gonna find it pretty hard to distract yourself from these greater flamingos that are on your left hand side. There. And these flamingos do have that lighter shade of pink compared to other species. Still very, very pretty though. And they get that pink color from all the shrimp that they eat because it contains a protein called beta carotene. You'll find it in other foods that we eat too, like carrots and sweet potatoes, if you're looking for a nice pink coat too. They'll march back and forth, turn in a random direction to see who else turns with them at the same time. Do a wing salute that looks kind of like this and spread their wings out super far. Those are their reproductive patterns. That's how they find a mate within that group.
Yeah.
Are we we've talked a lot about the animals that we can find here. I do want to point out those habitat landmarks too. This huge pile of mud in the middle of the fields here, thanks to its chemical compound and its consistency, it kind of works as like a skincare for the white rhinos that are in the area. We'll keep finding them up ahead. Might see them a little bit later though. Oh, I don't want you to miss those ostriches there. Off to that right hand side. Largest species of bird in the world. Although they are flightless, they more than make up for it at a pretty fast land speed, about 40 miles per hour. And they'll spread their wings as they do so, just to give themselves a little bit more balance, and it acts as like a steering wheel for them too. While we're looking for those white rhinos, I want to test your vision just a little bit. Have you guys seen any cheetahs yet?
No.
No?
Look on the horizon.
Imagine you're like a small mammal or another animal that they prey on, and they also know exactly what that print looks like, but it takes them a while to find it too. Try again. There's 3 in front of us right now.
To your left.
I am looking.
If you see at least one, give me a thumbs up. Perfect.
Where?
Combine that with the fact that these are the fastest land mammals in the world. They only need under 3 seconds to accelerate to a full 60 miles per hour. And they can take that to their semi-retractable claws that dig into any terrain they might be coming across.
There we go. Now there's one.
Those are pretty hard to find, but there's some more over here. I'll stop so you guys can get some pics. Hopefully that's good.
You're sunning.
Instead of making those really loud roaring noises like